All right, now we got that done. We're gonna go ahead and put some oil in this thing. We went ahead and we installed the drain plug, which is 12 millimeter. We installed the filter cap, which is a 19 millimeter. Just remember, it's the cap, the spring, doesn't matter which way you put the spring in, they're the same on both ends. And then also the filter, which goes down into the spring with a little O-ring kind of at the very top. Clean that out with some carb cleaner. And then we go back over here and we put some oil in this guy. And again, I use AMS oil. You can use any 10W40 oil that you wish to use, but I use 4-stroke AMS oil. It's called scooter oil. And it takes about just under a liter. So we're gonna put some in here. Then we're gonna check the fill stick and see how it goes. We wanna make sure that we got it perfect. So we'll put some in here and we'll check it. So we got, it's about eighth of a liter. So we'll get down to about the 8 there and we'll check it and go from there. So as you can see, we're just about there at the 8th. So 1/8 of a liter. Tad bit more, and I use a couple ounces, kind of flush out some of that old oil. So there we go. We're right about the 8 mark. We'll set this down on the lift there. As you can see, it's right about the 8. So we'll check that. We'll let that drain down in there. We'll check it. And all you got to do is stick the dipstick down in there, and don't seat it all the way in. Just kind of fish it down in there a little bit, and don't seat it, and just check your oil fill level. So we'll move the cap out of the way. I like to wipe this off a little bit. I know my rag looks pretty dirty, but we want to make sure we get all the gunk out of there. So, need another napkin actually. So, you want none of that trash going in there. All right, so you got your dipstick here, and we've already wiped it clean. And we're gonna just seat it, lightly seat it. That's it, right there. Just stick it there. Don't even thread it in. Pull it back out and see where it's at. So we could actually put a little bit more oil in there. Remember, I put a couple caps you guys didn't see of oil to kind of flush out the old oil. So it's actually in the safe zone now, but we're gonna fill it up a little bit higher so that we're completely full. Don't want to overfill it, so you know, it's kind of like a little process there. Just a little bit at a time. If we overfill it, we got to drain some back out. Too much oil and not enough oil is the same thing. One's just as bad as the other. Don't ever want to. So you see where it was before. So let's just stick it back in there at the top there. Not going to thread it in. Take it back out. There we go, much better. Still could use a little bit more, but not by much. So we'll check that again after we run it some and make sure it's circulated. And we're gonna do that after we change the differential. So that's it for an oil change. So I also ordered the radiator cover fan, but we'll flush out this radiator as well. And I got the cover fan, the cover for the radiator on order as well. So this thing is going to look pretty sweet when it's done. You know, you guys follow me, you'll see it when it's done. All right, we'll be back in a little bit with the differential fluid change.